stand up towards our prayer for the day.
The grand patrons of the to recognize council. This is
my dear Nigerian women, it is our time. Nigerian women, we need to come together. I know His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, His Excellency Senator Emebe spoke about the 35 affirmative action. When that policy was adopted by the United Nations and Nigeria signed it, His Excellency stood by that 35% affirmative action and Nigeria accepted it. That was when I was the Minister for Women Affairs. And Nigeria accepted because His Excellency, the Vice President, supported it. His Excellency is for gender equality. He is a very fair person. He is a person that will support Nigerian women. And for us, we have no other choice. Nigerian women, we have no other choice but to support His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. My dear women, today Nigeria is at crossroads, and it's Nigerian women that we are suffering it. When your children are not in school, you cannot sleep. When you cannot feed your family, because you can't go to the kitchen and cook. Your husband does not have the money to give you to cook food for the family. We are suffering in this country today. And Nigerian women, we should forget about anything and look forward to a person who has the experience. Somebody who has the experience. Somebody who has been there before. His Excellency was #2 citizen in this country. And he knows it. He knows how to rescue us. His Excellency Atiku Abubakar is the person that will rescue Nigeria. He will take Nigeria to the promised land. I can assure you that. Therefore, Nigerian women, we have no choice. We have no other choice. I'm saying it for the last time. We have no other choice but to support His Excellency Atiku Abubakar. Thank you very much. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us. Thank you.
And I can assure you that for anything he drives with the aim of success. This is a boss who will put his eyes on every aspect of your work and supervise it, hands-on and personally. This is a boss who goes down to the level of everyone under him. I am talking about the incoming president. This is a boss who respects women, who is very caring. And as I speak, I actually speak to the Nigerian women, not just PDP women, and because I assure them that with Alhaji Atiku Abubakar as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, there'll be a turnaround for women. I know we are talking about 35%. I know the way he will exceed it. He will give the official 35%. But I can assure you, he will also give to merit, to all women who merit to be where they should be. What else are we looking for? So I call on all Nigerian women from the east, west, north, and south to come together. Forget about any other presidential candidate. I assure you, this presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, is your best bet. And for where we are today in Nigeria, he's the man that is our hope for restoration and for a better future for Nigeria. And let me end by telling you that is a man that is interested in wealth creation. My sister Ina talked about the poverty of today, the sufferings of today, and so on. So we have to be discerning. Who will go for us? Who will do it for us? One man that has been identified by our great party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Sir, we love you and we respect you. Thank you very much. PDP!
To say PDP is the only party that has a composition of the older generation and the younger generation. And we are here to assure you, Your Excellency, that we are too smart as women to waste our votes. We are not going to waste our votes. 2023 is very important to us. Women have suffered greatly in the past 7 years. We know what has happened to women across the country in the past 7 years. And we are desperate for a change. We are desperate for a new government. We are desperate for PDP to come back to power. We are desperate for women to be liberated. We are desperate for women to be taken out of poverty. Poverty wears the face of women. And right now we say enough is enough. Because His Excellency Atiku Abubakar is going to bring prosperity to your doorstep. This is the time for power to go really to the women at the grassroots level. He has assured us that about $80 billion will be sent into the economy, and bulk of that money will be in the hands of women. Don't you want to be rich? Don't you want to be economically empowered? Don't you want your children in school? Don't you want health care coming to your doorstep? Right now, it's not the time to labor in vain. Neither is it the time for you to eat agbado, cassava, and yam. It's not healthy, it's all carbohydrates. So right now, we speak to Nigerian women. We are mothers, we are wives, we are sisters. We have our PVCs. We are not internet people. We are not internet voters. Your Excellency, sir, you can go to sleep knowing that 25th February 2023, Nigerian women will deliver.
Without a woman, no child is born. Without a woman, food is not on the table. Without a woman, the children do not even go to school. Yes, we know we are not undermining that the men are there, but we know what to do. We know how to dot the I's and we know how to cross the T's. True, women are the substance of every situation that is good. And I want to thank God that the party have recognized, they have always recognized women, but have given us the autonomy to do that which we know how best to do. So much has been said today. We know that only PDP has a blueprint of what to do in this our country, Nigeria. We don't talk lies. We don't speak on internet. We speak real things. We speak truth. And we know that it's only PDP that can rescue this country, Nigeria. What I'm going to add to what has already been said is, let us go with boldness to the polling booths. No fear. Whatever you set your hand doing, believe in what you're doing. Fear not. God has given us this country. The devil has no place in this country. And I know that Nigeria will be rescued by the power of God through our daddy, Atiku Abubakar. God bless us all.
We are indeed calling for our presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, my darling. And he has answered the clarion call. He is ready. He is fit. He is capable. He is prepared. And above all, he is most experienced beyond all reasonable doubt to lead this Recover Nigeria project as we all aspire to prosperity, unity, and progress. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, most especially my fellow women, the task to recover Nigeria cannot be done by His Excellency Atiku Abubakar alone. It is a joint task and a collective goal which each and every one of us has a pivotal role to play. My fellow women, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is a clear call to us to go all out to reach out our various states, local governments, wards, polling units to sensitize our people, our brothers, our sisters, our children, our children and husbands, that a vote for Atiku Okowa is a vote for all. To recognize, to recover a secure Nigeria, it is a vote to recover the future of our children. It is a vote to recover the unity of our country. It is a vote to recover the lost glory of our nation. My dear women, in a bid to recover Nigeria, it is a no-brainer that this cannot be achieved without the women folk. Women, without the women, there is no man. Without the woman, there is no nation. Without the woman, there will be no development. The woman remains the main ingredient to recover Nigeria. The new electoral law has made it imperative that the major fabric of our work is at our base and not especially with the grassroots. So I wish to use this opportunity to emphasize and call on all women, both members and non-members of this council. As this council will be inaugurated today, this is symbolic to ensure that we all hear the call to take the message to the nooks and crannies of our nation, to convince and assure our people that the only duo that can recover Nigeria are Atiku and Okowa. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the council, ladies and gentlemen, I want to sincerely thank each and every one of your loyalty, commitment, dedication to recover Nigeria from the doldrums. We must continue to remain focused on the articulated ideas in order to get Nigeria working again. It is time to recover Nigeria. Thank you all, and God bless us for this thing.
Thank you.
Let me, on behalf of the People's Democratic Party, thank all the women of the PDP who have been very active in supporting this party across the nation. Those of you who are here are only representatives of a large pool of women who are working for this party all over the country. We appreciate you, we love you, and we hope you will continue to do us proud as you've been doing over the years. I always wonder at the capacity of women to not only work hard, but to be resilient and to do so many things in one day. I think if a man works for 8 hours a day, women work 16 hours a day. The management skills of women are second to none. In the morning, they are looking after us as babies, as husbands, and the whole household. You come to my house, sometimes there are 30-something people. And my wife is able to manage everything. So I believe that without a woman, as our mother Titi Abubakar has said, there can be no nation. And that is why it is said, if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. If you empower a woman, you empower a nation. It is in recognition of this that when this political party was formed, we give special place to women, not only recognizing them as partners in progress, but realizing that if you have women on your side, the party would be a big and gigantic family. Apart from saying any woman who contests should not pay for form, that is affirmative action for women, we also went out of the way in the first 16 years of this party when we were in government to ensure that women were reasonably represented in government. And I'm happy to say and to reveal to you that the driving force of that policy is my brother today, who is going to be the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. When he was the vice president of this country, I know exactly what he did in promoting women. Some of them he single-handedly headhunted because of their capacity and brought them into government. Many have become recognized not only nationally but internationally. I'm happy to say it's Atiku Abubakar who brought in Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who is today the Director General of the World Trade Organization and doing Nigeria proud. I believe with the support you are giving him and you are giving the party, when he becomes president next year, not if, because we've crossed that line. When he becomes the president next year, he will do even more. 30 or 35% is only a number. I believe the president that is coming to change this country for the better will pay special attention to women. And we in the party will encourage him to do exactly that, because by focusing on women and the youth, we'll be rebuilding our country back so that we will no longer be the poverty center of the world. We will no longer have a currency that is the worst currency in the world today. The 7 or 8 years of APC government have been a complete disaster for this country, and it has affected women more than anybody. It is on this note that we formally constitute a special presidential council where women will help to drive this campaign. And it is my singular honor and pleasure on behalf of the National Working Committee of the party, of NEC, and of the PDP family nationally and worldwide that I formally inaugurate the Presidential Campaign Council of the party. Thank you, and God bless you all.
As the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he has supported women in key positions in that government. Since the inception of American University of Nigeria, funded by His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in 2014, he privatized the girl child education. Lastly, on this highlight, he has maintained his stand on 40% women inclusion at all levels, above the 35% affirmative action globally. Now I have his brief analysis. His Excellency trajectory on women wholesome development is promising and assuring for the Nigerian women come 2023.
We know where these young women are. We will mobilize them to vote for PDP at all levels. It is important to state that women are natural influencers. We will put God-given nature, our God-given nature, to use by influencing ourselves, our children, our husbands, our friends, our families, corporate bodies, and the nation at large to vote for a great political colossus and a president that will move our country on the path of peace, prosperity, justice, equity, and progress. Your Excellency, the Waziri Adamawa, Atiku Abubakar, Nigerians cannot wait to have you restore their hopes. I believe that this is the best time for Nigeria to get a leader like you. I have no doubt whatsoever that you will put your name in the golden book of Nigeria's social, political, and economic history. Your Excellency, sir, women are ready to run this race with you. We are taking the baton from you as we run down to the grassroots and bring victory to our great party, the PDP. Be rest assured that we shall vigorously campaign in an unprecedented manner this time around. At this juncture, Your Excellency, may I kindly plead with every member of the Women Campaign Council that as we leave this venue, everyone, please, should head back to their different zones, states, local government areas, wards, polling units, and immediately commence campaigns. Please ensure that you continually sensitize people to collect their PVCs, keep their PVCs safely, and come out to vote PDP on election day. Finally, I congratulate all members of the Women Campaign Council for your well-deserved recognition and appointment to serve in this capacity. We shall surely justify our appointment. I thank you all. God bless PDP. God bless Nigeria.
Composed, competent. Atiku Anoko, fired up for Atiku. Ladies and gentlemen, let me invite Nigeria!
Emilokan would have had his way. So the Yoruba people, they are thanking God for Atiku. I no say APC get Escobar. I no say APC get Escobar. How many of you know Escobar? It's not shaking. Give it up for Atiku Abubakar. And Nigerians are saying, this time around, if APC try to rig election, what people on the street are saying is that, Yawa go there, if APC try to rig, Yawa go. If APC try to rig, they are the source of our problem. They are the source of our problem. Bola Tinubu, Kashim Shettima, Adamu Abdullahi, APC, Baba come and see yo, iyo, waiting we dey suffer. Na so corruption, na so kidnapping. 2023, gentlemen no dey oh, gentlemen no dey oh. Gentlemen, no day. 2023. Gentlemen, no day. PDP, if you want to kill us, make we die. We shall never support you. 2020. Let us take our hands together and invite Atiku Abubakar.
We don't need to be told the role and the importance of women in our political and democratic processes. First of all, we know that you are the largest voting population. We also know you are the most loyal party members. Therefore, as PDP, that's why we went to great lengths to make sure that we encourage women and we support women to participate actively in our democratic process and nation building. Let me tell you what I want to see Nigerian women become. When I was vice president, I visited a country called Sweden in Europe. And I was to have a meeting with the leadership of the government. The government is headed by a woman prime minister. The Minister of Foreign Affairs was a woman. The Minister of Finance was a woman. The Minister of Education was a woman. By the time I looked at my delegation and I looked at the delegation of the Swedish government, I found that my delegation consisted only of men. And I was embarrassed. And I said, and I committed myself to making sure that as long as I remain in politics, I will promote the advancement of women. Therefore, we had no hesitation whatsoever between 1999 and 2015 to make sure at the very minimum we complied with the Beijing Declaration. But I believe Nigeria can do more than that, because there are some African countries that have more women in cabinet than men. Rwanda is a country that has many women in government than men. Therefore, our main objective of setting up the Women Campaign Council is to make sure of your active participation. And by your active participation, we will be able to identify the talents that are available amongst you so that we can hunt those talents to help us build this country. I don't want to go too much. There are so many attributes in women that men don't have. For instance, you are less corrupt. So PDP women, I am challenging you to provide that leadership. But the only way you can provide that leadership is to make sure that you give your 100% support to the party. So PDP women, Nigerian women, I congratulate you and I call upon you to display the unique attributes that God has endowed with you or to you so that we can succeed. It is not mere ceremony of inaugurating this campaign council. I want to see a situation from day one, after this inauguration, a meeting of the Women Campaign Council and a strategy session of the Women Campaign Council, so that as the PDP has outlined, if you want to be relevant, deliver your unit. And I believe you can. You see, the reason why I said so, I remember during the SDP days, we used to have this type of election that supporters or voters queue behind either the candidate or the photograph of the candidate. Anytime I went to my ward and I stood and there was an election, the queue of the women is always 3 times that of the men. So that's why I believe that with you and your full support and participation, victory for PDP is assured. So I like to call on you, Nigerian women, to really come out, campaign, and make sure you vote, and make sure those votes are counted and protected at the units. So once again, I want to congratulate you for being members of the PDP Women Campaign Council, because I believe this is a step towards the realization of our policy on women empowerment. Once again, congratulations, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, photographers. Thank
Photographers
you.
and papa.